It's time for the Altenew December release, and this video is part of the Altenew December release video hop. Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel, and in today's video I'll be sharing a bunch of the supplies from Altenew's December release. But since this is also a video as part of their video hop, you can be entered to win one of a bunch of different prizes. The prizes total about $300, so watch till the end of the video and I'll let you know how to enter to win. But for now, let's just jump right in and take a look at some of these supplies and use them to make some cards. First up, I have the Crocus layering die. This is one of the keyhole dies that makes it really easy to layer. For the subscription, I have the Build a Garden Dreamy Dahlias, which comes with a 6x8 stamp set and stencils to color it in. And you can get the die set as well, which cuts out the flower and the large sentiments, and a little mini blending brush. These new gem sparkles are called Milky Way. They're very cool looking. There's a birthday wishes stamp set and a die set that work well together or on their own. And then I have a couple of the new Essentials Textures press plates. So this is stone wall. Remember that these are also compatible with the Glimmer machine. And this one is Terrazzo. For the first card, let's start with the Build a Garden subscription set. And I'm starting with the large floral stamp set, which has those large dahlias. So I'm using my Stampwheel 2.0 so that I can use an extra large piece of white cardstock and get the entire stamped image on that cardstock and then die cut it out. Once I have it die cut, then I can place it back into the stamp wheel and use the stencils to color it in. I place a little bit of purple tape just to cover up some openings that I don't want to color in right now, and that just means that I will hopefully not get ink where I don't want it. So I'm starting with those petals, and I have coral berry ink. It's such a pretty ink, and you can really see there's a difference if you press really lightly and if you press really heavily. And that is something that is definitely good to know. If you don't have a bajillion inks, it's okay. You can totally make different colors by blending over twice or stamping twice or pressing a little heavier with your blending brush and then a little bit lighter. So there are lots of ways around not having a ton of different ink colors, but of course it's so much fun to be able to have a bunch to choose from and then layer those up as well. The nice thing about this blending brush, I feel like with these stencils, is it works really well to get that gradient of color where it's a little darker, say on the center of the petals, and then a little lighter towards the tips, or in the middle and then darker again on the tips. So it just gives you a lot of control that you can actually color in a different amount depending on what you're working on. Here I have the stem. I have two different greens here, the firefly and the fields of greens. And of course, I'm using a mix of oranges and corals and a little bit of pink and red on those flowers because I love those dahlias that have those mixed colors right in one flower. And then there's accents for the leaves as well with the stencils. Here's one of the sentiments from the stamp set. It says, thinking of you, in a nice block kind of text. And then I've cut out a 5x7 piece of colorful cardstock from Altenew, and then I cut out a white piece of cardstock just slightly smaller. So I'm using the entire stamped colored in image because I love the whole thing and I didn't really want to trim it down to an A2. Of course you can. It will fill up that A2 no problem, but it looks really great on a 5x7 and I don't make those cards very often, so I thought this would be a little bit different and fun. I'll flip it over and the little teeny tiny bits that I couldn't fit on the card will get snipped off, but most of the image is intact and I really like that. Here are those gem sparkles I was talking about. They're called Milky Way. It's a really pretty white and they add just a nice subtle touch to the card. Next, I wanted to show you the two Essentials Textured press plates that I have. This is the Terrazzo. For this video, I'm only going to be foiling with them. This is just a reminder, of course, they are press plates. You can use them in the better press with ink and cardstock, but for some reason, I was just really into creating foiled backgrounds with these. Look at that fuchsia foil on the Terrazzo. This is gold on the Stone Wall Essentials texture press plate. These are great textures to create for your backgrounds that won't take away from your images, but will add something really special and a little bit of depth to your cards. So it's definitely a great staple to have in your stash. I've created a whole bunch of foiled cards with those. And so now for this card, I am using the Birthday Wishes die set first to put together the cake. Now, the platter for the cake is pretty cool because there's a few pieces to put together, but once you do, it really does make it look like a dimensional platter. It's just very neat. There's also some elements for each layer of the cake. There's some frosting, piped frosting. There's also ganache at the top there. And now between frosting and that, I am like really hungry for a piece of cake. So I've cut down a piece of white cardstock. It's pretty small. It's not an A2. It's like an inch smaller on both sides so that I could stamp birthday wishes at the top. That's from the stamp set. And these sprinkles down at the bottom, and they lap over the sides there. Then I pop up the cake right in the center, and then I'll pop this entire little panel up. I've cut it down small like that so that you could still see both the matte cardstock in the back and the foiled background that I created. And then those Milky Way gem sparkles, I thought I would add at the bottom of the cake for a little accent. Really quick and easy card to put together, but so much fun. And like I said, I'm definitely in the mood for cake now. Okay, let's move on to crocuses. I don't want to eat those. So the crocus set, it's a layering die set, and they have those keyhole designs, which if you haven't used them yet, they make it really easy to line up all these petals. Now you're probably looking at this if you've never seen the keyhole design and thinking, how in the world would I know what petals to lay on top of each other? And that is totally me. I am not one of those people who can just look at a bunch of petals and say, oh, this would look good together, or this is how you should layer it up. I need guides and I need keyholes because I am not good at that. The one thing that I really like about this set is cutting it out, especially the petals, in white cardstock and then inking the edges. This way you can get that look of the purple and the yellow and the white all on one petal. Here's the layering guide. It comes with the die set, which is absolutely brilliant. So it shows you the different flowers that you can create. And here's the first keyhole that we're using. That first one is like a little arrow. And the other genius part about these, I will show you up close in a moment. They are numbered. So each flower will have its own pattern of keyhole. And then I hope you can see there, it's got a little number 4. So that's the 4th layer of the arrow keyhole flower. So it just makes it absolutely 1, 2, 3. Just put it together, just follow the instructions and check that out. It looks like an absolute real crocus. So I absolutely adore these keyhole layering dies. They really make it so easy. There's nothing to worry or stress about here. So this second keyhole, it looks like an actual old-fashioned keyhole that you would put a metal key into. And for this one, the layering guide will show you that you're going to place this large petal with that stalk right above the keyhole. So either there will be a flower center that will go on that keyhole so you don't see it, or something like this. This little bud here is just 2 pieces, so there's no keyhole that's really needed for that one. Now you can just have fun layering them on top of that stone wall background in gold foil, which I just can't get enough of. I think that stone wall in a foiled background is so much fun. So is the Terrazzo though. There are also leaves. You can see that I actually did cut those out of colorful cardstock and then just ink the edges. So if you don't want to color up an entire white piece of cardstock, you can do something like that as well. There are some dies that can cut out different sentiments. You can see them to the right there, and I added sending love on the bottom of mine. For this card, I'm going back to the birthday stamps, that birthday wishes stamp set. I wanted to use that candle, and so I've placed it in the center. I've cut down a white piece of cardstock pretty small again because I'm doing the same exact thing I did the last time with the foiling and then the cardstock in the background. But this time I have the numbers as a border on the bottom and then birthday wishes at the top. And I'll stamp the candle 3 times, once in the center and then once on either side in 3 different colors of ink. Again, you don't have to have 3 colors. You could do them all in 1 color. They're just really cute candles. So I have the terrazzo this time that's foiled in silver, and then I've layered that on some white cardstock, and then I'll pop up this small panel right in the center there, and then add some gem sparkles both to the sides of the sentiment and then also at the top of each of the candle, kind of like a little wick for those candles. And I love these new gem sparkles. That white in the gem facet cut is so unique. As I mentioned, this video is part of the Altenew video release hop. So all of the details about entering the giveaway will be down in the YouTube description box under the video. As part of your entry, I'd love for you to comment down below. Just let me know what you saw today that was your absolute favorite from the Altenew December release. As always, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon. Ooh, goodness, I can't get this out. One more time. One more time. Not block hop. It's a video hop. That was a really weird roundabout way to say that.